Economics lesson 11. Economics lesson 11. Data response 1. Data response 1. Use this hypothetical production table to answer the questions that follow. Now let's look at the table. We have labor 1, 3, 5, 7, 10, 14, and 19. Then we have total production 10, A 44, 65, B 98, 58. Then we have average production 10, 12, 13, 12.5, 12, 11, 9.4. Then we have marginal product, we have infinity 8, 9, C 15, negative 3, and D. Now using the table, 1. Calculate the total product values for A and B. 2. Calculate MP values for C and D. 3. At what values of AP and total output does diminishing return set in? 4. At what values of labor and AP does MP of the fixed input become positive? Now let's look at the solution. Before we go to the solution, note something. Note that the total product formula T is equal to summation of MP and TP is equal to AP times L, as average product times labor, will not apply. Why am I saying will not apply? Because the difference between labor values is more than 1. If you look at the table, the difference between labor values is more than 1. You can only apply cumulatives when differentials equal 1. For example, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why you can apply total product is equal to summation of MP. But whereby you have 1, 3, and so on, you cannot apply total product is equal to the summation of MP. And total product is equal to AP times L. No. If you use that formula, you get it wrong. So here we simply use the formula for MP, marginal product, to solve for the TP value. So we are going to use the formula for MP to solve for the TP value. So let's start. Solving for A, MP of labor, that's the formula. MP of labor is equal to change in total production divided by change in labor. So we are calculating for MP at the third unit of labor. MP, because A, we are calculating for A. So A is at what? The third unit of labor. So MP at third units of labor is given by, there is the formula. MP3 is equal to TP3 minus TP1. Whereby labor 3 minus labor 1. Labor 3 minus labor 1. So TP3, you will get A TP3. MP of 3 is equal to what? 8. Let's MP, but MP of 3 is equal to 8. Whereby we say TP is equal to A. TP is equal to A. So, as you can see on the table, therefore, 8, we restate the formula. You replace 8 with the MP3. So, 8 is equal to A minus 10. That's TP3 said is A, and TP1 is 10. A minus 10, all divided by 3 minus 1. So you get A minus 10, A minus 10, all divided by 2. A minus 10, all divided by 3 minus 1 is 2. So A minus 10 divided by 2. So now we have our fraction to be 8 is equal to A minus 10 divided by 2. So we will find for LCM. So LCM will be 2. We multiply 2 throughout. So it will be 8 times 2, then A of minus 10 into brackets times 2. Therefore, 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 2 is 16. Then the 2 will cancel 2. So it will be 8 times 2 equals A minus 10. 8 times 2 is 16, which is equal to A minus 10. So you group like terms. We group like terms. And you get A is equal to 16 plus 10. A is equal to 16 plus 10. And we have our A is equal to 26. A is equal to 26. So our A is equal to 26. Now let's look. If you use the total product, whereby I say we cannot use the total product formula, whereby AP, total product formula, whereby AP is times L. If you use that formula, you get it wrong, because look, the example has been given. You see, when you use the total product equals AP times L, AP of the third is 3, then labor is 12. Do you get it? So it will be 3 times 12, it will be 36. 3 times 12 will be 36, which will be more than the A. That's why we didn't use that formula. So for total product, A is 26. A is 26. If you have to use average, the total product is called average product times labor, because you see average product is 12, labor is 3. So if you multiply, you get what? 36. Whereby it's wrong. A is supposed to be 26. That's why we use the marginal product formula. Okay. Let's get to B. Let's solve for B. Solving for B, we also use the marginal product formula. So marginal product of 10 is TP10 minus TP7 divided by L10 minus L7. So MP10, as you can look on the table, is 15. At labor 10 is 15. Then TP10 is represented with what? B minus TP7 65 divided by 10 minus 7. So from here, you write 15 is equal to B minus 65 divided by 10 minus 7 is 3. So 15 equals B minus 65 divided by 3. Then you find for LCM. LCM will be 3. Multiply through by 3. So 15 times 3 equals B minus 65 divided by 3 times 3. So the 3 will cancel the 3. So we now have 15 times 3 equals B minus 65. Then from there, you group our like terms. B will stand out. So it will be B equals 15 times 3 is 45. So 45 plus the 65 is crossing. So 65 will cross. So become plus 65. So 45 plus 65 equals 110. So B is 110. Now let's solve for C. Solving for C. MPL equals a change in total product over change in labor. So MP7 is TP7 minus TP5 divided by L7 minus L5. So we replace TP7 with C. So therefore, we say C equals TP7 is 65. I'll solve for MP of 7. That's C, MP7. So C equals 65 minus 44 divided by 7 minus 5. 65 minus 44, you get 21. Then 7 minus 5, you get 2. So 21 divided by 2, you get 10.5. 10.5. That's for C. That's our final answer for C. Then the last one, let's solve for D. D. Solving for D. MP19 equals TP19 minus TP14. 19 TP9, so it will be 50, TP19 is 58, TP14 is 98. So 58 minus 98 divided by 19 minus 14. So 58 minus 19 is negative 40 divided by 5. So negative 45 cancels off, 1 goes into 48 times. So to be D will be negative 8. D equals negative 8. D equals negative 8. Now let's solve for question 3. Question 3 says, at what values of AP and total output does diminishing return set in? So we say diminishing return sets in when MP values 4 for the first time. This occurs when AP is equal to 11 and output is equal to what? 98. You see, this question, most of you had it wrong in the exams. Those who chose that question, total product. You see, take a critical look at it. Anytime we say when does diminishing return set in, it sets in when the distance what? When MP values what? Start to fall for the first time. That's where diminishing return sets in. Not above the MP value falling. It's when it starts to fall. That's why I said what? It occurs when AP is equal to 11. That's why you had our negative 3. And output is what? 98. So diminishing return sets in when MP values 4 for the first time. This occurs when AP is equal to 11 and output is 98. Means the value for MP is negative 3. That's where diminishing return sets in. Not 15. Not 15 is negative 3. Hope it's well understood. Let's continue. Then the fourth question says, at what values of labor and AP does MP of the fixed input becomes positive? Now listen, this question derives from the concept of marginal returns. Listen very carefully. This question derives from the concept of marginal returns. The MP of the fixed input becomes positive when output, you can say output or total product. Total product is the same as output. When output or total product is highest or maximized, and for that matter, there is constant returns. This is the stage where the variable inputs and the fixed inputs are combined in the most efficient or economic proportions. So when the question asks you at what values of labor and AP does MP of the fixed input becomes positive, what you say is that the MP of the fixed input becomes positive when labor is equal to 10 and AP is equal to 12. When labor is equal to 10 and AP is equal to 12. That's where MP is what? Positive. Or where that's where the MP of the fixed input becomes what? Positive. So below that is negative. Take note. We will end here. God willing, tomorrow we'll do our next data response 2. Data response 2. So try to solve it on your own. Create question for yourself on this one and solve it for your own so that you get the better understanding. Assalamu alaikum.